Yes. So I hope you are well. Yes, how was your week? The 2 weeks. How are they? Good. Can you tell us something about the 2 weeks? How was it? Was it, good means general. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to discuss. Oh, I encountered this, I handled it this way. After I learned about self-esteem, I think now I'm able to appreciate myself. Mhm. Yes, after, okay, my friend, how are your 2 weeks? Why are you here last time? I was, okay. Uh-huh. What are the challenges that you've been able to handle? Okay, that you can say after we learned about self-esteem, at least I was able to make this decision. I was I was able not to. I wasn't driven by a group of people. I wasn't. See, what can you tell us? Did you encounter some challenges or even happy moments? It's not always challenges, even happy moments. She cannot recall. Maybe
Tabitha.
Tabitha,
This
yes.
is Faith.
Oh, I always confuse the two. Yeah,
Mine was good.
it was
I
good.
thank God, yes.
Uh-huh.
So right now my self-esteem is very high.
It is high.
Yes.
You're able to solve issues that you could not have solved it before.
Yes.
Yeah, you're able to give yourself a treat. Self-high esteem means you're also able to give yourself a treat. You say, oh, today I have done the wash, the place is clean. So I should give myself a treat by maybe buying myself chips, by making a very nice cup of tea for myself, not for the family, for yourself, appreciating yourself. Okay? Yeah, mine was not bad also. I've been up and down, up and down, up and down. And I thank God that I'm here today. I had a feeling of not coming. Do you hear the way I'm talking? Yeah, I have Konayoma, but I actually talked to it and told it, no, 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 we cannot work like that. I have to go and meet my girls. So that is me, and I'm happy that my children are also well. I communicated with them through the phone. They are doing well, and I'm also happy to report that my grandchild, the first grandchild, is going through his rite of passage today.
Wow.
You see, that is we are just happy for what God has done for us, and we hope all will be well. So we learned about last time. I think we covered barriers of communication. Medium we had done before when we were talking about medium of communication, effective communication. Can you remember us talking about clarity? The message should be direct. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
We talked about conciseness, getting straight to the point, completeness, giving full information, providing all the necessary information. If I'm to describe somebody today, I'm to describe Eva. I should describe Eva the way she is. Yes, she has this on her head, he has this, she's wearing this, she's like this. So that if you meet with Eva, you'll definitely know this is the girl that we were talking about. Active listening, we say this, paying attention, full attention. Full attention to who, to the, to what is being said. Empathy, remember? What did I say about empathy? It is when you consider and understand the feelings of the other person. If you are not comfortable when you are called a dog, for example, if you feel bad, then you should not also call the other person, because that person will feel exactly. You should put yourself in that person's shoe and understand that this person will feel the same way I feel. And then we have non-verbal cues, that one we had talked about. Awareness of the body language. Hey, you know, body language speaks almost 70%. Body language speaks 70% of what you are saying. I can talk here, I talk here. You know, I love you. You know, I like you. You know, the way you are very smart. But my body language is talking about something different. It is talking otherwise. It's not actually going hand in hand with what I'm talking verbally. Okay?
Mm.
Yeah. Because if I frown, if I come and say, oh, you know, I love you so much, and then I'm frowning like this. You know, I love, what are you going to listen to what I'm saying, or you're going to look at the nonverbal cues?
The
And she was
nonverbal.
telling me that she likes me, and look at the way she was looking at me. How do you feel when you meet somebody and you're talking to this person, and then he start telling you okay, and then looking from the toe, anaenda anakuangalia kichwa, anateremka na wewe. Will you be comfortable?
No.
Because of the non-verbals. What is this person thinking? That's what we are saying. And also we talked about barriers of communication. We talked about physical barriers, and there's noise, there's poor writing, there is technical issues. We also talked about language barriers. When you cannot understand what she's saying, she's not from the same ethnic group like us. We are Kikuyu, she's different. And this is why I was coming. When you get to a salon and you hear people talking using their language, and then you feel so bad because you don't know that they are talking about your hair that has is balded from the head. You don't know. You feel so bad. Yeah? So it's important to talk a language that accommodates everybody. Then physiological barriers. If I came here with a gun, as I was saying, or a knife, for example, I came with a dagger and then I placed it here, and then I'm teaching. Will you listen to me?
No.
Because you don't know the next move, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, the psychological. I'll put some anxiety, I'll put fear in you, and a lack of audience. Emotional barriers, strong emotions is what we are saying. When maybe I'm in a class of men and I'm dressed in a wanting style, okay? And then this person I'm going to awaken his what? Emotions, isn't it? The same case, if a guy came here to teach you and then he dresses badly, that he exposes all his body parts, you cannot communicate because already your emotions are distracted. Yes, then we have cultural barriers. We said when women are not supposed to do this, women are not supposed to say this in front of men, like that. I'm happy today that we are coming up, and you find that your own child can question you. As when you were growing, you could not question a parent. Today you can question your parent, isn't it? But not in a rude way. But you can actually get a communication. Okay, what can I say? You can communicate by asking or telling your parent, no, this one you know it cannot be. We cannot do this one today. Why don't we do it some other time? But before then, we couldn't. That's the case with women. They could not. Whatever husband says is right. Whatever doesn't matter. Go and kill yourself. Yes, let me kill. And then I come and answer later. Can you see? Cultural barriers. Today I met a boy, and the mother was talking to this boy, and the boy asked the mother, "Why are you shouting, Mom? Why are you shouting?" You see, there's communication. Why are you shouting? And if I was telling myself, if this was before, things would have been very bad. And you didn't answer me. You asked me questions. Am I shouting? You think like that, eh? So the boy is just must you shout? I can hear what you are saying. You don't need, Mom, you don't need to shout. You see, this is the generation we have. Then we also talked about lack of attention. Then today we are going to cover flow of communication. We are also going to cover external communication and the organizational policies. So when we talk about flow of communication, we say this is a pattern of how messages travel between people, like the way we are doing now. Okay? There is communication. It is a pattern. How does this pattern, how is it classified? It is classified into how many? Four? No. Yeah. Is it four?
5, 4,
We have,
9.
we have this one.
Mm.
This is sources of communication, number 7. Okay. So the first one is downward communication. Downward communication comes when Chiko is talking to you. See, she's here. See, dear Akoju. And when she's talking to you and when she's giving you instructions, that is downward communication. So communication is coming from the head to the people who are there. That's why you are giving instruction to employee. When the manager is giving instruction to the employee, when he tells you, now, like now I found Saturday washing this place, cleaning the place. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she can say that place should be cleaned, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Or these are the rules that were set when you joined this organization. That is downward communication because it is from the boss to the employee. Or the manager giving instructions to the employee, that is downward. Meaning inatoka juu, inakuja. Then we have upward communication. This is now when the employee, this person, is giving some feedback to the employer. For example, Shiko comes and says this place should be cleaned, and then when she comes, you tell her, yeah, I cleaned the place. That is upward. Well, she is there. Okay. Then there is what we call lateral or horizontal communication. This one happens between people of the same level. Example, two co-workers, like now in the salon there. When you are talking, you are communicating with her, she's communicating with the other person. There's another person there saying, oh, help me to finish this part that you are doing.
Yeah.
That's what we call lateral. That is between the co-workers, between the people who are working in that organization. Then we have diagonal communication. This one now connect people from different departments or work group. For example, if we had okay, let me give up. See, there's this lady who make roads up there, isn't it? Kuna yule mama anachona mango. That's a different organization. So when you get there and you talk to her and you communicate, we call that diagonal because she's not part of us. She's not part of our department. She's not part of our salon. She's not part of our, she's from a different, or I'm hapa kwa Kisiagi. When you talk with the Kisiagi woman, that is diagonal communication because she's not part of you and you are not part of her. Then finally we have external communication. For example, customers, suppliers, and the public. External. Watu wa huko nje. Kuna wale watu wanakuja kuuza maybe the I find women coming with things like last time I saw a woman comes with she was selling things. She was selling clothes. For babies. That is external. She's not part of you. She's not part of us. She just comes and she is leaving. For what about a customer? For example, when a customer comes to be like the one you had there, and you are communicating with the customer, that is external because the customer is not part of you. She has just come for service. Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we call external. Or you are calling somebody, can you bring me this and this, supply me this and this. When you are talking to the public, like a guy was, I found a guy there with, jamaliziwa, mtoto. So that's external communication. We see part of us. The customer is not part of us. It's an external communication. So with me, when we are talking, I'm in the salon and we are communicating, I'm telling you, by the way, they still look nice. Yes. And I'm telling you, don't do this. Can you? Is mine external or is it lateral? I come to the salon.
External.
Is it external? Really?
No, lateral.
Yes, because I'm part of
Yeah.
I'm part of the salon. I'm part of this organization as a maybe a facilitator, maybe as a PA. I'm part of this organization, okay? But even if you answered your question, if I asked that and you also call me external, because in this sense I'll come as you can call me a customer. So I can also fit in. I can also fit in here. But mostly I'm in the lateral or horizontal communication because I'm part of this organization. Then we have sources of communication. This one I not go deep into it because we had covered that. We have verbal, only that you can remind me about what you talked about verbal communication. Faith, when it's verbal communication, give an example of verbal communication. Yes, who can? You know, when I was in school, I never wanted to be pinpointed to answer a question. I never liked that because doesn't go so. Sometimes you're like, who can volunteer? Give us the answer. So what is verbal communication?
What we are doing.
Right now.
What we are doing. We are talking. You can hear me talking and you are also
Responding
Non-verbal,
like this.
you see? Good. Yeah, using the what did you call them? The non-verbal
Communications.
cues, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You use, and as I had said before, non-verbal, this is where we collect a lot of information. And I'm very good at that. Non-verbal. With me, you cannot lie. You cannot lie. You cannot lie. Yeah, you tell me something, but I'll see the way you are behaving. And I'll tell, oh, this girl here. Then we have written, for example. Written, yes.
Letters.
Like the way I've written, writing.
Letters.
Letters, yes. And writing, visual.
Emails.
Television.
Messages like WhatsApp.
Messages. Very good. I have a very good class. Then we have types of questions in communication. In communication, we have questions, but again, we classify them in different categories. Here we have put them in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 categories. The first one, we call it open-ended question. Open-ended question is like what I was asking. What? To start with, what? What were you doing yesterday at this time? What did we learn last Wednesday? What did I say? And how did you do it? This open-ended questions. They answer the questions like what, why, and how.
When.
Okay? And then how do you handle your teenage girl? How do you do this? I'm just giving an example. How do you handle your husband when he gets at you? How do you handle him? How do you handle your mother? How do you handle your parent when she just comes? Everybody, even our parents have blues. So she'll just come from work and come with her unfinished businesses. And who will be the first person to be offloaded?
Me.
The first person will be you. So then you can ask, Mom, how was your day? Okay? But never ask a parent why. Why is a very good. Why? Never ask somebody who is older than you, why? But even me as a counselor, we don't. Okay? These are open-ended because we don't ask our client what, why, how. We don't. We have a different way of getting information from. Because when I ask why did you do that? Why did you beat him? Why did you abuse her? Already I have judged him. Okay? I've already passed my judgment. So these are open-ended questions. We say they start with why. They answer the questions what, why, and how. For closed-ended questions, they just require yes. or
No.
no. Just that. No explanation. Did you clean the hall? Yes. Okay. Just that. Yes.
No, there's a boy over there.
Oh.
Kanachungulia.
They require yes or no answers. Just that. You don't need to do any explanation. Just yes or no. Then we have clarifying questions, whereby now you replace or repeat what was said. And this is what we use in counseling very much. We call them clarifying questions. I'll not come and ask you when you come to the counseling room, I'll not ask you why did you do this, what, or how. But I will do clarifying questions by rephrasing or repeating what you have said. For example, I come across Tabe, and she's just so annoyed. She's just so annoyed. And then I'll not ask her. I'll not come and ask, Tabe, why are you doing? If I'm a counselor, I'm not going to ask you that. I'm just going to get close to you. And then you'll be able, you somehow you tell me, I met with Faith and she did this and she told me this and she told this. So I'll not ask you, why are you annoyed? I'll say, so are you saying, that's how we put it, are you saying Faith called you this and this? And then at that time you'll be able to open. Are you saying she told you this and this and this? But I'll not ask you, why did she call you that? I'll ask you, are you saying she did? I'm replacing what you say. And that's why we say for a counselor, if you draw a counselor has very big ears and a very small mouth because we talk very little. We listen more than talking. Then we have the probing questions. This one are follow-up questions that ask for more specific details. When we talked about closed-ended questions, and then we say they just require yes or no. But I may feel that the information you have given me is not enough. So I will probe. Okay? I'll do probing. And for example, did you clean the hall? Yes. Then if I'm not comfortable with that, if I'm not satisfied with what you have told me, I'll ask you, what did you use? How did you find it? Was it? Did you go to the corners? Did you wipe? You see, because I want some the probing, and this probing is exactly what is done in police stations. You ask, have you ever gone to a police station? Yeah, that's why you probing. That's why you get a very, very good example of probing, because they'll ask you questions that will even irritate you. They will irritate you. They probe. They want to get the finest information about what you have done. Then we have the leading questions. Leading questions. To lead means to kuongoza. For example, do you think this is right? Do you think what I'm teaching is correct? Do you think what I told her is right? Do you think the way I answered her is the right thing to answer a person? Do you think? Okay? That is leading question. Okay? Now instead of maybe she go coming to here and asking you, did you clean? Did you do this? And then you say yes. And yes and no comes, especially when you are not happy. Isn't it here? This one. When you are not happy. When you are not very happy, you say yes or no. Did you go to class? Yes. But when you are so happy, you are going to expand. To expand on this one and say, the teacher came and then we learned about this. And in fact, I was so happy. I learned this and this and this. But when you are not happy, and then you ask, why you answering me like that? What do you say? Yes. No. Will you eat? Yes. Have you eaten? No. One would just take something and hate you so hard. They are not the best. So leading questions, if I want to get information from you, I'll ask you, I'll start and I'll ask you maybe, do you, did you do this? Do you like this? So that now you can explain. For example, do you like chips and chicken? Yes? Yeah, but I don't expect you to say just yes there because you're happy about it. I'll expect you to do some expansion. You are going to tell me, yes, oh yeah, I wish I could get it right now. Oh, I think, yeah, I like it. You see, then we have the recall questions. This one, to recall, in Kikuyu we say kuririkana, isn't it? It's in your language, what do you call remember? Okay? No, what do you call it? Give what? It is difficult. What? Yeah, recall. When I come to class, I normally get to recall questions. So, what did we learn last time? Do you remember what we said? Recalling, trying to make you remember what we talked about or what was taught. Then, finally, we have the organizational policy. In fact, it's like we only have another, how many? Two. Will you excuse me? So we were talking about
Recall questions.
recall.
Kebwat.
Kevuat. 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 Right here. We don't have a pen. That's what we don't have. Okay, come and write for us. We need to learn. We need to learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also good to know. Right here.
Kebwat.
How do you pronounce this? Where? Where? What?
Kebwat.
Okay. This is to recall, right? And Kikuyu tunasema
Kuririkana. Kuririkana. Mimi kwanza ni W. Kebwat.
This B and Y, that one is the hard part. So that's what we are saying. Recall questions, they are used so that you're able to remember what was taught last time or what you told that person. How many times does your parent, maybe, or your guardian, leave some chores for you to do, and then when he comes or she comes, he will ask you, because you have not done. What did I tell you to do? Maybe you have not done. You people, you've been brought up in a better environment. Ask your mother will just leave you and then will tell you, oh, by the time I'm back, nipate hiyo githeri imeshura. You know, yeah. And because you don't know, that means you the githeri to burn. You know githeri to burn. If you don't put enough water, it will burn. And your parent just tells you, kungua. Yeah. Or even, yeah, they would leave the githeri on with the nyungu there, and then they tell you that. And because we didn't know, because of our innocence, you are just going to put more kuni so that it gets. Because that's what you are told. We could not listen well. So that is recall. Then we come to organizational policies. These are written in an organization. I don't know whether here you have. When you come here, I don't know whether Chico has rules and principles. Yes? Because there's no organization that can go on without rules and principles. Like even in our homes, we have them.
Yes.
We have them. I like my children are big and they know they don't come to my house because it is my house. I don't care what they do when they are outside there. But if they in my environment, there are things they are not going to
To
do because I'm not allowed them to come at 7:38. No, be there on time. Be in my house on time. These are rules. We don't. There are things we don't do. So even in an organization, we have rules and principles. These are what we are calling organizational policies. What are some of the rules here in our organization?
You can't insult your fellow.
You cannot insult. You cannot be rude. Yeah, to your workmate. What else? Okay, I found you cleaning here. Do you do it in shifts?
Yes.
What are the shifts? How are they?
Everybody has her own day.
You have your day.
Yes.
And even the towels.
Yes.
You have your day. These are rules. They are policies. The place must be clean, isn't it? The place must be kept this way and that way. There must be this. By the way, I told you, and I was telling Shiko, one thing I like about these girls is the way you interact. If anybody came and said that we don't know what happens when you are alone, and that is good. But one thing I've liked about this salon is, help me do this for me. Can you kindly do this? Can you? And you just, okay, let me help, let me do. Hakuna ati, I've never seen anybody saying, can't you see I'm busy? Can't you see? You're always sending me, can't you do it for yourself? I've never seen that. Does it happen when we are not allowed?
No, I've never seen.
Yes, because you go to some salons and you see that's a way of customers you get. You encourage customers because of your interpersonal relationship. Then you are relating with one another. So here we are talking about rules and principles that guide employee, their behavior, their decision, and their decision making and operation. How do you operate? And in this one, we talk about code of conduct. This is what he was talking about. Code of conduct. You cannot be rude to the other person. Huwezi kujibu mtu just the way you want. Ama vile you give people outside there. When you come to this organization, it is different. Ama it is not like that. Yes. Code of conduct. How do you conduct yourself? How do you conduct yourself in front of a customer? How do you conduct yourself in front of your co-workers? This is what we call code of conduct. And as you said, you cannot, like being rude, you cannot be rude, you cannot insult. And this is why I think this one is what Shiko has really worked on. Because when I see girls being requested by the others to help them in a task, and then they do it, for me, it's a plus. For me, it is a plus. I've never seen, for the time I've been here, I've never seen, Faith, can you help me with this one? Can you open the door for me? Can you give me that water? Like when she was making it, she was not conversant earlier. Now I know you know how to make it. Yeah. And we struggled. Can you see? Because removing the what do you call them?
The tips.
Yes, yeah. It was hard. She struggled, but you could see she's mother coming to find out. Have you done it? Have you been? No, don't do this. Do this. And Joki also. It was. When I'm seated there, you may not know that I'm learning a lot about you guys. And that's why I'm in this organization, because sometimes you'll be finding me just seated here, not come for anything, but I want to just observe how you are relating with one another, how you are doing things, which is very important. Because, see, our school will grow.
Yeah.
Our school is growing. Then we also have equal employment opportunity. We call it EEO. EEO. And EEO, for example, now, if you were not students, your employees here, a customer comes, Chico cannot pick only on one person. Like, Tabe, come and help me do this. Another customer comes, Tabe, do this. Another customer comes, hey, it is Tabe. That time, Faith and the Eva are just there seated, and they are able to do this work, but they are not being given the opportunity, equal employment opportunity. There is also another organizational policy, workplace health and safety. I'm sure this one you have covered it. Workplace health and safety. For us to be healthy, this place must be clean. For us to be safe, there should not be water on the, isn't it? There should not be standing water inside there after you are done with washing the customers' hair. Where are you supposed to dispose the water? That one you have a clean. So that we observe health and safety. Then we have data protection and privacy. In bigger organization, they have laptops and they have other things. So the data protection for the organization, that and privacy. You cannot go giving out information about the organization to other people, isn't it? In big organizations, what I have seen is they have laptops. They work on these data. They have all those. So there must be some privacy. Even in this small organization of ours, there is privacy. You cannot go telling people that, in Chico Salon, we do like this. That is bad. You see, because there are those things that must be maintained in our organization. And then we have grievances handling policy. Grievances handling policy is a process for employees to report and resolve issues. It's not everything that is done that pleases you, isn't it? Si ati kila kitu inawafurahisha. Not everything. So where do you take your grievances? Where do you take your problems? Where do you report? I don't know the system here. But supposing something went wrong, where do you take your grievances? To Chico. Example, maybe Faith came with her own issues and then she just intentionally placed her leg there so that by the time you are passing, you definitely fall, isn't it? So where do you go? You go to Chico. And this one is not good, it's not going well, and this one we need to be handled. So provide a process for employees to report and resolve issues. And I'm sure by the time you leave Chico's office, things are resolved. You have an answer. Because we cannot be the same. Even after all this, we cannot be the same. We are so much governed by where we come from. Okay? Where maybe how I left my home there, how you left the people you are staying with, how you left your. By the time we confide here, we have issues, so many in our mind, but we must be able to handle them and to resolve. Handling and resolving. So that is the end of our today's topics. We have covered flow of communication. We have yes. Okay, we have covered sources of communication. We have covered types of questions and organizational policies. So next time we only have two. Unless I get another one that I feel like it is really needed. I think there are only two remaining. Workplace etiquette and communication and interaction. Do you have anybody with a question? Any query? Not yet, eh? So, can we touch something on self-esteem again? Kidogo. Something little. But we say self-esteem is it is the mental picture. Self-esteem, I don't want to learn Kebiat.
The what?
Yeah. It is self-esteem. This is not part of of
Oh,
the
so naweza kata.
yeah, kata.
Sawa.